This is JM Greg. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
A beautiful good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you inside the Carter Activity Center. It is Crowley's Ridge Homecoming. As you can tell on the stage across the way, we'll be having homecoming festivities at halftime of this contest, and as you can tell, it's a little different than normal. We do have a doubleheader today, but our men will start things off, the women getting game number 2 to finish us off, and so the men will take care of game number 1 against Continental Athletic Conference opponent Bacone University. Bacone visiting Paragould out of Muskogee, Oklahoma. And Bacone coming into the contest with a record of 2-24 overall, 1-7 in CAC play. Just behind Crowley's Ridge, who comes into the day with a 3-20 overall record and a 1-6 mark in CAC play. We'll be having some festivities here shortly, celebrating a few players, celebrating J.M. Gregg, our lone senior, in addition to Griffin Hogue. And then we will also be celebrating Bo Roberson's 1,000th point. And we'll send it down to let you celebrate with them.
We want to take just a few minutes here and recognize a few folks. First of all, last weekend, one of our players surpassed 1,000 career points. And we'd like to present Bo Roberson, who's a sophomore, basketball 1,000 career points. This is also a special day. It's our senior day. We have a couple of young men in our program that have been a part of our basketball program. First one we want to recognize is our student assistant coach, Griffin Hogue. Coach Griff has been with us as a student assistant this year. This guy takes care of business. We don't have to worry about everything being taken care of. We're ready for practice every day. This guy has been up here late at night and early in the morning to make sure our basketball program runs smoothly as possible. He's done a great job, and he's going to be a great coach someday, we hope. Also today, our lone senior, we have a presentation for our only senior today, and that is J.M. Gregg. One more round of applause, please, guys.
So that rounds off our senior day festivities. Again, celebrating J.M. Gregg's 4th season with the Pioneers and Coach Griffin Hogue, as he is the student manager for the Pioneers. And then again, celebrating Bo Roberson's 1,000th career point, 57 games for the sophomore did it take to get 1,000 points. And so we asked him at pregame of the last home game when he was planning 1,000 if he was going to plan for a nice fancy dance, and he said he would dance for his 2,000th. So we will hope for that, will the Pioneers. But today, right now, on tap are the Bacone College Warriors. The Warriors averaging 68.4 buckets a game. Pioneers sitting at 72.1 points a game. From the floor, Crowley's Ridge 41.4%, making 595 of an attempted 1436. Bacone 38%. From deep, the Pioneers 29%, averaging 6.2 long balls a game. Bacone just shy of 8 three-pointers a game, 29.7% shooting from deep. From the charity stripe, Crowley's Ridge 71%. That is 4th best in the Continental Athletic Conference. The Bacone Warriors just a little below that, 68.2. So the conference pretty solid free throw shooting in the Continental Athletic Conference. Rebounding, Crowley's Ridge averages 32.7 boards a game, and the Bacone Warriors 27.1 boards a game. As far as assists go, Crowley's Ridge 4th in league play, averaging 16 helpers a game. Bacone at 10.2 helpers a game. Turnovers a game, Bacone coughing up the third fewest number of turnovers per game, 13.3. That's third fewest in Continental Athletic Conference play, that is. And Crowley's Ridge averaging 15.4 giveaways a game. Bacone, 8.3 steals a game. One of the better in the conference. Crowley's Ridge, 6.1. And the Pioneers averaging 2 blocks a game. And exactly 2. And the Bacone Warriors, 1.7 stuffs a game. Crowley's Ridge coming off of a 1-4 record over the past 5 games, defeating Haskell back on January 15th. That was our last, second to last home game, before falling to Florida College twice in Florida National. And then Haskell taking revenge over the Pioneers back in the previous game on February 8th. As far as Bacone goes, Bacone looking at an identical last 5-game record, 1-4, defeating Lincoln Christian in their lone CAC game. That was an 88-85 victory back on January 29th. Head coach for the Warriors is Ruben Littlehead. He is an alumnus of Haskell Indian Nations University in his first season at the helm of the Warriors. We're going to take a timeout. On the other side, give you some individual stats and get you further set for today's contest between the Crowley's Ridge Pioneers and Bacone College at homecoming on the Ridge. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. That's right. They can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you, your family, and everyone out there in America land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Oh, I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is head coach Chris Perkins, and you're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
And we welcome you back inside the Carter Activity Center. I'm Dustin Seymour, the Crowley's Ridge Sports Information Director. Bacone College, 22-24 overall, 1-7 in Continental Athletic Conference play. And Crowley's Ridge, 3-20 overall, 1-6 in league play. About 90 seconds away from the starting lineups. We already have those for you. Bacone coming in with a depleted lineup. Just 8 dressed players today, including Richard Berry Jr. in his debut. He does not have the start, so he still may have to wait on his debut. But the freshman is wearing number 22 for the red and black Bacone Warriors. Again, visiting Paragould out of Muskogee, Oklahoma. Head coach Ruben Littlehead in his first season. They are led by Malik Norfleet, 6-foot even senior out of Orlando, Florida, averages 16.1 points a game. He is third in the conference in free throw attempts. He currently sits with 64.3% shooting from the charity stripe. Dean Alston, also one of the leaders. He is third in the conference in three-pointers made. Dean Alston, the 6'1 sophomore out of Octaha, Oklahoma. 52 long balls for Alston. So as we make our way towards our respective benches, we will have, it looks like, Crowley's Ridge campus minister we'll have our starting lineups and our pregame prayer, national anthem. We will send it down and get you set. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball.
Crowley's Ridge College for today's Continental Athletic Conference basketball matchup and homecoming, featuring the Warriors of Bacone College and the Pioneers of Crowley's Ridge College. This time, will you please stand and remove your caps? Is that correct? Dear Lord, we are thankful for this day. We're thankful for the game of basketball. We're thankful that everyone got here safely, and we ask that everyone be safe during tonight's games. We pray that everyone play to the best of their ability. In Jesus' name, amen. Now please remain standing for the national anthem.
That is Grayson Taylor, the public address announcer for today's contest. As we look at the starting lineups, first for Coach Littleheads, Bacone Warriors, Taurease Grant, a 5'1" freshman out of Tama, Iowa, 5'11" rather, 155-pound freshman. A 6.2 average points per game is Taurease Grant. A 35% shooter from the floor. Ruben Littlehead Jr., the coach's son, a 6' even freshman out of Lawrence, Kansas, weighing in at 160 pounds. Littlehead Jr. is averaging 10 buckets a game. One of the leading rebounders, 73 boards a game. Also second in the conference with 2.8 steals per game is Littlehead Jr. Derek Factor, a 6'2" forward freshman out of Edmond, Oklahoma, weighing in at 175 pounds. 73 rebounds for the freshman. Dean Alston is a 6'1" sophomore out of Octaha, Oklahoma. 185-pounder, shooting 95% from the charity stripe, averaging 13 points a game. And Malik Norfleet, 6' even senior out of Orlando, Florida, leading the team with 16.1 points per game. So Taurease Grant, Ruben Littlehead Jr., Derek Factor, Dean Alston, and Malik Norfleet will start things off for head coach Ruben Littlehead and his 2-24 Warriors. Crowley's Ridge, a very similar lineup for the Pioneers over the past few games. Braxton Cousins, the former Concord High School Pirate, 6'6" freshman, 240 pounds, 18.8 points per game. He is number 3 in the conference with those points per game. 413 total points, rather, not points per game. His total point, 413. So Braxton Cousins. Bo Roberson celebrated during pregame his 1,000th career point. He is a 6'1" sophomore out of Tuckerman, Arkansas. 16.1 points per game this season. J.D. Smith is a 6'1" freshman out of North Little Rock, Arkansas, number 1 in the conference, shooting 88% from the charity stripe. Key Roberson, number 23, 6'4" sophomore, weighing in at 280 pounds, number 4 in the conference in assists per game. 4.2 APG is Key Roberson, and the lone senior For the Crowley's Ridge Pioneers, getting the start, J.M. Gregg, 6'2" senior, out of Eureka Springs, Arkansas. The lone senior being celebrated today. Braxton Cousins, Bo Roberson, J.D. Smith, J.M. Gregg, and Key Roberson. The starters for Crowley's Ridge. Bacone in their away reds, red tops, red trunks, white numerals. And Pioneers in their home grays, gray tops, gray trunks, and white numerals. Braxton Cousins heads to the center dot, as does Dean Alston. Our officiating crew for today's contest, Mike Nabina, Frederick Wesley, and Richardson Jr. And the tip underway. Crowley's Ridge will take possession to start things off. J.D. Smith on the near wing. Bounce pass down low to Braxton Cousins. Cousins on the low post. Fights up a shot. No good, but he is fouled. So Braxton Cousins will head to a place he is very familiar with, the free throw line. That foul is whistled on Dean Alston, his first personal foul. And that will send Braxton Cousins to the charity stripe. Cousins, a 68% shooter, and he hits the first of two. So Braxton Cousins gets us underway with the first free throw made. Second on its way from the freshman, and it is right down Broadway. Pioneers take a 2-0 lead. Here is Dean Alston on the near wing, moving left to right across the screen. Norfleet goes between the circles. Now to the left side to Littlehead Jr. Littlehead Jr. saw a cutting Factor, but couldn't get it to him. Norfleet drives into the paint, outside to Factor. Factor for three. No, short. Rebounded by Bo Roberson. The Bo Roberson working the point for the Pioneers. Crosses over, drives into the paint. Beautiful pass to Braxton Cousins. Boy, I wish we could add 2 assists to Bo Roberson for that no-look pass to Cousins. While the Pioneers take a 4-0 lead, 19-13 left to go in the first half of play. Littlehead Jr. looks to his left side to Grant. Grant back to Littlehead between the circles to the right side to Norfleet. Norfleet looks to his right side to Factor, back to the top of the key to Grant. Grant from the right elbow up, and that's going to rattle out, rebounded by Cousins. Pioneers with a 4-0 lead. J.D. Smith with the basketball on the near wing. Smith hands off to Gregg. Gregg to Key Roberson. Floats it down to Braxton Cousins at the free throw line. Cousins working against the defender Alston. Quickly double teamed, and he's going to throw it away. It's going to be Factor with the basketball. Factor lays it up. No good. Great job getting back defense by J.D. Smith, and a rebound. Second chance point is no good by the Warriors. Here's Bo Roberson up and under. No good. Second chance by Braxton Cousins. That's no good. Here's Torres Grant. Grant finds Littlehead Jr. Littlehead almost walked with it. Instead, he's going to have a fadeaway jumper, and that will put the Warriors on the board 4-2. With 18-15 left to play before the break. Just underway here. J.D. Smith with the ball on the near wing. Looks to his right side to Key Roberson. Over to Bo. Bo on the right wing. Floats it down to Key underneath. Key all kinds of covered up. Muscles it home. Key Roberson makes it 6-2. Littlehead crosses the 10-second line. To the right side, finding Factor. Factor floats it down to Littlehead. That's no good. And rebound. Good job by Key Roberson to tip it to Bo, who collects it. Bo Roberson tied up on the right side, finds Gregg. Gregg's at the top of the key, finds Key Roberson to Braxton Cousins. Cousins triple team, finds Key Roberson at the top of the key. Key to Cousins. Cousins underneath with the left hand. That's going to roll home. 8-2. Braxton Cousins makes it 8-2. Norfleet from the free throw line. Up, tries to draw the foul. Doesn't draw the foul, but does get the bank shot in. 8-4, 17-10 left to play in the first half. J.D. Smith bounce pass to the right side, around the horn to back to Smith. Smith up, Smith in. 10-4 Pioneers lead. Littlehead Jr. out to Norfleet. Norfleet finds a seam, floats it up, no good, but he is hacked. And Norfleet will go to the charity stripe. That foul is whistled on Braxton Cousins. That's his first personal foul. And the Warriors taking what I like to call a pseudo timeout with a little bit of time. Got 2 free throws to shoot. All 4 players go back to have a word with Coach Littlehead. Free throw up for Norfleet is good. 10-5, 16:55 left. Malik Norfleet, 6-foot even senior, 64.3% shooter from the charity stripe. The second on its way. Again, all 4 Warriors in the backcourt, but no need for a rebound as that is right down Broadway. 10-6, three-pointer from J.M. Gregg. Yes, sir. Celebrating senior day with a tray as it is now 13-6. Alston finds Norfleet at the top of the key. Norfleet to the left side to now back to Alston. Alston at the top of the key working against Braxton Cousins. Spinning off. That's blocked by Cousins, and he grabs the board. Nearly threw it out of bounds, though, but here is J.D. Smith with the ball. Smith crosses the timeline, and that's going to be cleanly stolen by Littlehead. Littlehead Jr. at the top of the key, taking a three-pointer. That's going to rattle out, rebounded by Smith. J.D. Smith finds Bo Roberson. Roberson finds the seam, goes up. Could have been a goaltending call. Instead, Braxton Cousins is going to get the board. It's 2 points either way. Instead of going to Bo Roberson, it's going to go to Braxton Cousins, and it is 15-6 in favor of the home team. 15:50 left in the first half. Factor on the far wing. Throws it away. That's going to go off the shin. It looked like it was off the shin of Key Roberson, but it was off the hand of the Warriors. And that's going to bring us to our first break. 15:45 left to play in the first half rather. I'm so used to women being first. Pioneers up 15-6. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse? Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon. Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
This is Braxton Cousins, and you're listening to Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Back to action. Quick inbound by the Warriors. That's going to find Xavier Littlehead Jr. Marion McFadden and B.J. Johnson check into the game for the Pioneers. Littlehead puts up a floater. That is good. 15-8 now. Here's J.D. Smith. Smith goes down low to find Braxton Cousins off the low post. Up in. Braxton Cousins putting them up and knocking them down. 10 points in the first 5 minutes of play. Long three-pointer on the way from Alston is no good. Rebounded by Bo Roberson. Roberson to the left side to J.D. Smith. Smith on the near wing, dribbles to his left to Marion McFadden. And McFadden's going to have his heel on the sideline. And a turnover gives the ball back to Torrey Grant. And the red and black. Littlehead Jr. handing off to Grant. Grant between the circles, guarded by McFadden. Picking up a screen. Now going outside to find Norfleet. Norfleet at the top of the key. 15 on the timer, 15 on the game clock. Outside, now to the top of the key, finding Stephen Moore now into the contest. Out to a wide open Littlehead who drains the three-pointer, making it 17-11 in favor of Crowley's Ridge. J.D. Smith crosses midcourt, spinning off of Grant. Goes to McFadden. Down low to Bo Roberson. Roberson plants and shoots from 10 feet. No good. B.J. Johnson had the board, quickly covered up, and he'll be fouled. B.J. Johnson is going to be fouled by Dean Alston, and that is Alston's second of the game. And a sub coming in for the Warriors. Alston with 2 fouls is going to check out to be replaced by Levi Wiley, 6'2" sophomore out of Stanchfield, Minnesota. The inbound goes to Bo Roberson on the left elbow. Going out, and that is cleanly stolen by Malik Norfleet. Norfleet goes coast to coast. It was blocked by Marion McFadden, but the block went in the hoop. Few words from Norfleet into B.J. Johnson. It is Crowley's Ridge ball. Full court man press being shown by the visitors. Quick sub coming in. Norfleet will check out. Coach Littlehead saw the words that Norfleet had and is going to check him out to be replaced by Richard Berry Jr. getting his first collegiate minutes. And the inbound goes to Bo Roberson. Roberson to Johnson. Johnson finds Marion McFadden to the top of the key to J.D. Smith. Smith goes out, no-look pass to Johnson for three. No. Rebounded by Berry Jr. Berry, head on a swivel, goes to the right side to Grant. Grant to the left side, now out to Littlehead. To Berry. Berry for three. No. Rebound tipped around. Bo Roberson's going to take it. Roberson and the Pioneers lead at 17-13, weaving in and out of traffic with 13 and a half left in the first half of play. Roberson makes the man miss, going out to J.D. Smith for three. Yes, sir. J.D. Smith drains the long ball and makes it 20-13. Xavier Littlehead looking to the left side, finding Stephen Moore. Moore to Berry. Berry to Grant at the top of the key. Grant finds Berry on the far wing. Berry had that tipped out of his hand by Braxton Cousins. J.D. Smith goes into the scorer's table. Nearly took out Erica Richardson and Jordan Malone. But went back, and now he has the basketball. Plants and shoots from 15 feet. No good, and the rebound is last touched by McFadden. And it will be Warrior basketball. I know that Dean Richardson and Coach Malone had their life flash before their eyes for a minute there, but it appears they are all well. Of course, Coach Malone still high off of a doubleheader victory. Both games 22-0 did the Pioneer softball team defeat Rust in yesterday's doubleheader. Start off softball season. Our first game broadcast will be this Monday. 8 on the shot clock for Grant. Grant finds Littlehead. Littlehead's going to have that stolen, and J.D. Smith trying to break free, and he'll be fouled by Taurus Grant. So Grant will pick up his first personal foul. Marion McFadden receives his play call from Coach Chris Perkins in his 15th season at the helm of the Green and Gray. McFadden on the left wing as the Pioneers move right to left, and that's going to be stolen. Tipped out by Littlehead Jr., but right back to the Pioneers. Cousins up, Cousins in. Braxton Cousins, 12 points now. With 12 minutes left before recess, Pioneers lead at 22-13. The top of the key is Levi Wiley, as he finds Berry. Berry to Littlehead between the circles. Littlehead goes down low to find Moore. Moore, the Tahlequah, Oklahoma native. Now up to Littlehead. Littlehead with 8 on the timer. Puts up a floater. No good. B.J. Johnson records the rebound for the Pioneers. Bo Roberson on the near wing. Bounce pass down low to Cousins, and Cousins will be fouled. Foul whistled on Levi Wiley as the Bacone Warriors pick up a foul, and that'll bring us to our next media break. Pioneers lead with 11:35 left in the half. Crowley's Ridge leads at 22-13. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Not too cool for me. And in return, I reciprocate that sentiment. I'll never be too cool for you. I was a man with a plan, but now I'm a dad with a decree, and you can't take that from me. Please let it be noted that I told my job they can dock my pay. Right now, it's just too important to take you to school every day. I want to be legendary for you. I want you to puff out your chest when you go to school, the same way I do. I walk taller because of you, because I found everything to live for.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. They can help save lives by not having play dates. That's right. By replacing get-togethers with virtual play dates and video chats, they can help slow the evil spread of germs. And if your superheroes do go outside, make sure they continue their superhero wing by staying 6 feet away from others to protect everyone in America land. Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
This is Bo Roberson. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
And welcome back inside the Carter Activity Center. Crowley's Ridge maintaining a 22-13 lead over the visiting Bacone College Warriors. As it will be Bacone basketball underneath. Oh, I thought it was. Yeah. Oh, it should be Crowley's Ridge basketball underneath. Xavier Littlehead trying to sneak in and take the ball, but I thought it was a foul on the beforehand, and so Marion McFadden will inbound, and it goes to Bo Roberson, and we're back into action. Marion McFadden goes into traffic, misses his shot. The rebound coming down to Derek Factor. Factor goes outside, back to Norfleet, who's back in for the Warriors. Norfleet finds Moore. Moore around the horn to Wiley. Wiley on the far wing, picks up his dribble, goes to Factor, back to Norfleet, who looks to his left side to Littlehead Jr., who's going to reset the play with 10 on the shot clock. Factor for three is Wiley, rather, and Wiley splashes home the three-pointer. 22-16. Bo Roberson with the ball. To Key now on the far wing. Bounce pass to Bo. Bo head fakes, floats it up. No good. Back to B.J. Johnson. Johnson with the second chance points. And that is good for the green and gray. Stephen Moore crossing midcourt. That is tipped out by the Pioneers. I believe B.J. Johnson had a hand on it. Key Roberson's going to be credited with the takeaway. Here is Marion McFadden. Floats into the paint, and that's an offensive foul. Marion McFadden, a rough start to this game for McFadden. Had a couple of turnovers, a couple of missed shots, and now a charge. Littlehead inbounds. Full court press put on by Pioneers. Norfleet crossing, weaving in and out of traffic. Tic-tac-toe play underneath. Missed his shot. Second chance point missed as well. J.D. Smith gets the board. Physical play by the Warriors, as you can imagine from their namesake. Outside to Bo Roberson. Roberson at the top of the key to McFadden. Head fakes the three, drives into the lane, puts up a floater. Good and one. Marion McFadden will go to the line to attempt the old-fashioned three-point play. We're nearing the halfway point as Levi Wiley picks up his second foul. As Marion McFadden and his 70% free throw shooting will go for the and one. Referees double checking, ensuring everybody's on the same page, and it appears as though we are. Trent McGowan readying to enter for Crowley's Ridge. Free throw up, free throw good. And it will be J.D. Smith that is replaced by Trent McGowan, the freshman out of Wilson, Arkansas, last playing at ASU Mid-South. A kick ball by the Pioneers, not a foul, but it will stay with the Warriors. Full court, man-to-man pressure put on by Crowley's Ridge, and it nearly worked to perfection as Marion McFadden came flying in and tipped away the inbound pass, but it is tipped out of bounds. So the Warriors will try it again as the inbound finds Norfleet. Norfleet weaving in and out, going out to find Factor. Factor wide open for three, too hard, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. And that is going to be called on Key Roberson. No, that is on Trent McGowan. Whistle with a rebounding violation. So it will be Bacone basketball under their own halo. Fresh 20 on the timer. Derek Factor's going to inbound as he finds Dean Alston. Alston puts up a floater that is short. He gets his own board and puts up the second chance points and makes it 27-18. Bo Roberson will cross midcourt. Looks to his right to his brother Key. Key for three. Yes, sir. Key Roberson knocking down the three, making it 30-18. Factor looks to his left to Grant. Grant head fakes, puts up a shot, no good. B.J. Johnson might have got a fingertip on it, but it is Marion McFadden with the basketball to Trent McGowan. McGowan moves to his left to Key Roberson, back to McGowan. McGowan driving to the baseline, going out to McFadden for three. Yes, sir! Crowley's Ridge knocking down the three-pointers today. Pioneers now 4 for 5 from deep. Here is Dean Alston standing between the circles. He pulls up for a long-range three-pointer. That's too hard. Rebound, contested, still being contested. As a couple of the Warriors were jockeying for a foul, the ball was just kind of loose, and the Pioneers took it. Trent McGowan on the near wing. He'll cross over, finds a spot, puts up a floater, drawing contact, missed a shot, but B.J. Johnson was right there to tip it back in. And we will have a timeout as Torres Grant crosses midcourt and calls for a timeout. I believe that's going to be a 60-second timeout, and indeed, no, it's a 30-second. That's extended to the media. So it's a 30-second timeout by Bacone. That'll be extended to the media break. With 8:28 left to play in the first half, Crowley's Ridge leads at 35-18. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
but I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
COVID-19 has changed how we live and how we feel. But now there are vaccines, and they are the first step that lets us get back to the things we miss most, like spreading the word without spreading concern, girls tripping instead of solo sipping, and talking smack with a side of mac and cheese. It's okay to have questions about COVID-19 vaccines. Now, get the facts. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision when COVID-19 vaccines are available to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Adopt U.S. Kids.
This is Key Roberson, and you're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Back underway as Derek Factor finds Malik Norfleet. Now around the horn finding Barry Jr. in his collegiate debut. Pass got out of the way, but it went to Norfleet. Norfleet shot, late call on the floor on B.J. Johnson. The ball had already missed the hoop and was on its way into the hands of the Pioneers, but a foul is whistled that will send Malik Norfleet back to the charity stripe, as B.J. Johnson is going to be called with his first personal foul. Norfleet, 64% shooter from the charity stripe. First of two on its way, and it is no good. It rattles out. So one more to come for the senior out of Orlando, Florida. It is nearly on its way. It is on its way, and it is true. 35-19, Crowley's Ridge leads with 8:10 left to play in the half. Bo Roberson on the far wing, quickly double-teamed, breaks free to B.J. Johnson, who's going to lay it in with the right hand. Pioneers still with full court pressure. Littlehead Jr. heaves it down to find Factor. Factor in the paint, finds a cutting Norfleet, and all kinds of stuffed by B.J. Johnson. Trent McGowan bounce pass to Key Roberson to Bo. Bo on the left block. That's going to be foul. So a foul on Torres Grant. He'll pick up his second. And that will, was that considered on the shot? It appears as though it was considered on the shot. So Bo Roberson's going to go to the line for two. First free throw from Roberson. Back iron, no good. Roberson, a 56.7% shooter, is the sophomore, former Bulldog of Tuckerman High. McFadden and Key Roberson check out to be replaced by J.D. Smith and Braxton Cousins. One more to come from Roberson. It is on its way, and it is true. 38-19, 7:43 left to go in the half. Barry Jr. nearly had it stolen away. He's going to go up with the left hand. No good. Norfleet flying in with the board. His second chance is no good. Taken by B.J. Johnson. Pioneers go. Here's J.D. Smith out to Bo Roberson for three. No, just rattled out. Braxton Cousins muscles up and under. Missed his shot, but he is hacked. The Warriors coming into the day, second in the conference, averaging a lot of personal fouls a game, and we're seeing that as with 7 minutes left, Braxton Cousins is going to go to the line shooting two, but the Pioneers are in the bonus. First of two from Cousins is good, making it a 20-point lead for the home team on homecoming. That foul was called on Derek Factor. Second is no good. Rebound by the Warriors. Here's Grant. Grant looks to his right side to find Barry Jr., whose three-pointer is good, and his first points as a Warrior is a long ball. That makes it 39-22. 7 minutes left to go before the break. And we have a whistle. Not sure what the whistle was for. We're going to have some subs. The shot clock was going, but subs coming in, so it might have been I really don't know what the whistle was for. But here's Braxton Cousins. Cousins finds J.D. Smith. His shot is going to rattle out of bounds. Solomon Bone comes in to replace Bo Roberson. Trent McGowan with the ball underneath his own hoop. The inbound's going to go off the foot of Norfleet. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Dean Alston will return, replacing Norfleet. For the red and black, Trent McGowan's going to find J.D. Smith. Smith to McGowan. McGowan from the left block floats it up, out. B.J. Johnson with the board, up and in. B.J. Johnson up to now 8 points for Crowley's Ridge. On the other side, the shot is no good, and that will be a foul. I believe that will be on Johnson. It indeed is whistled on B.J. Johnson, so Johnson gets points, and on the other end of the floor, gets whistled with a foul to send Taurus Grant to the free throw line. 5'11" freshman out of Tama, Iowa, standing at 155 pounds. First free throw from Grant. Yes. 42-22 as Hunter Wilkerson will replace Trent McGowan. Wilkerson traded one green jersey for another, the Greene County Tech alumnus. Second free throw is good. And it is now 41-24. I gave both of those free throws to the wrong team for those watching our stream. J.D. Smith floats underneath. That is good. And it is now 43-24. 6.5 left to play before the break. And the pass goes out of bounds over the head of the 6'2" Derek Factor. And it's Crowley's Ridge basketball. Subs coming in for the Warriors. Factor will exit, being replaced by Stephen Moore. J.D. Smith with the ball for Crowley's Ridge. Braxton Cousins floats it to Wilkerson. To J.D. Smith on the near wing. Smith goes back to Wilkerson between the circles. Solomon Bone has it. Out to McGowan. McGowan 10 on the shot clock. Right-hand pass down to McGowan. Wilkerson to Smith. Smith from the free throw line floats it no good. Taken by Stephen Moore and the Warriors. Moore goes out to Alston. Alston crosses to Barry Jr. Barry underhand pass to Alston between the circles. Alston thought about a long three-pointer. Instead, he'll spin around to the free throw line. Out to Barry Jr. Jr. takes 2 steps in front of the three-point line. No good. Rebound coming to McGowan. McGowan goes behind the back, crosses midcourt to J.D. Smith. Smith to the right side to Braxton Cousins. Yes. Braxton Cousins buckets his 14th and 15th points and makes it 45-24. Down the home stretch, 5.5 left in this opening act. Outside to Barry Jr. His three-pointer is short. Rebounded by J.D. Smith. Smith finds McGowan on the run. McGowan with the left hand, yes. 47-24, Crowley's Ridge with the lead. And Littlehead Jr. is going to be fouled by McGowan. Trent McGowan picking up his second personal foul. Barry Jr. will leave the floor. Subbing in is going to be Levi Wiley. And it will be Bacone ball. The inbound finds Grant. Grant's going to cross midcourt. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Outside to Wiley, now to the top of the key to Alston. Back to Grant for 3. That is off the back iron, rebounded by Solomon Bone. Bone finds a sprinting J.D. Smith on the far wing. Back to Bone. Bone bounce pass to Cousins. Cousins quadruple teamed, but still gets the bucket. Braxton Cousins on fire, as it is 49-24 in favor of the home team. And Hunter Wilkerson is going to be fouled. Torres Grant will pick up his third foul. First free throw from Wilkerson is good. Trent McGowan will leave, replaced by the senior, J.M. Gregg. Isaiah Ellenberg takes off the warm-up jersey, ready to enter, and he will replace Braxton Cousins as the second free throw from Wilkerson is true. So Crowley's Ridge has Solomon Bone, J.D. Smith, Hunter Wilkerson, J.M. Gregg, and Isaiah Ellenberg. Norfleet makes his way across midcourt, gets tangled up with Solomon Bone, and I believe Bone's going to be whistled with a foul. That's just one of those, Bone kind of giving that flop signal, saying he thought that Norfleet made himself go down. Instead, Solomon Bone will have a 1 placed next to his name for his first personal foul, and in the bonus are the Warriors. Malik Norfleet, front half of the 1-and-1. On its way, and he'll be rewarded with a second free throw. Isaiah Ellenberg was ready to get play underway, but forgot that was the second free throw readying. 51-25 is the score now, and again, I gave the free throw to the wrong team. Now it's correct, 51-25. Second free throw rattles in. 51-26. Here it is, J.D. Smith, bounce passes to J.M. Gregg. Gregg crossing over at the top of the key, and he'll be fouled by Malik Norfleet. So in the bonus, J.M. Gregg will go to shoot 1-and-1 after this. Crowley's Ridge will shoot 2 on any defensive foul by the Warriors. But J.M. Gregg will have 1-and-1, 57% shooter this season. First free throw from the southpaw is no good. Rebounded by Norfleet. Norfleet looks to his right side to Littlehead, cuts it down, back to Norfleet. Norfleet tries to split the defenders, lost control of it, goes back to Moore. Moore underneath with the right hand, no good. Ellenberg gets the board. Ellenberg had the rebound, and Hunter Wilkerson lost control of the ball. It was actually tipped by the Warriors, and trying to recover possession was Wilkerson, and it just went out of bounds. And that brings us to our final media break of the half. And with 3 minutes and 49 seconds left to play before halftime, Crowley's Ridge leads at 51-26. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in Philadelphia. Local time is 3:05 p.m. and the temperature is 67 degrees. At this time, you are now free to use your cellular devices.
You know that feeling when you get to turn your phone on after the plane lands? You can have that feeling every time you drive. Make sure your cell phone is stowed away whenever you are behind the wheel.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
To some, the sound of a baby babbling doesn't mean much, but that's not true. They're testing out vowels and consonants and trying different sounds. And by 12 months, their babbling is beginning to take on meaning, especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Learn more at autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
This is BJ Johnson. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
And we welcome you back inside the Carter Activity Center. Crowley's Ridge leading 51-26. Home stretch of the first half, as it will be Warrior basketball. The inbound from Taurease Grant. Goes and finds Malik Norfleet, who's going to hand it off to Littlehead Jr. Back to Grant. Grant cuts it down to the baseline to find Wiley. Wiley shot, no good. Solomon Bone with a rebound. Bone looks to his right side, now to J.M. Gregg. Gregg's going to go inside the paint, floats it up, floats it in. J.M. Gregg celebrating his swan song at the Carter Activity Center. 53-26, Norfleet breaks free of the defense, going outside to Levi Wiley, whose three-pointer is right on the money. And it is now 53-29, 3 minutes left to play in the half. Bounce pass going to find Isaiah Ellenberg. Ellenberg spins off the defender. That's up. That's no good. But it's no good because he was fouled by Stephen Moore. So Stephen Moore will commit the infraction. It's in Isaiah Ellenberg, the 6'4" freshman from just down the road in Jonesboro, shooting 53.8%. First free throw from Ellenberg on its way, and it is good. 54-29. Key Roberson will come in to replace Hunter Wilkerson, and Bo will come in to take the place of J.D. Smith. Wilkerson, one more free throw to come. Correction, Ellenberg, one more free throw to come. And it is good. And Ellenberg, after going 2 for 2 from the line, will be replaced by a well-deserved break on the bench. Replaced by Braxton Cousins. Full court pressure put on by the Pioneers. Littlehead looks to his left side to find Moore. Moore just got it across the timeline. As he threw it across, the shot clock said 20. And that will be a travel. Malik Norfleet has been weaving in and out of traffic as such, and a lot of times could have been called with a travel, but kind of pinballing off the Pioneers. This time it is a turnover as Avery Perkins. So a pair of coaches' sons on the floor. Xavier Littlehead Jr. Not Xavier Littlehead, that is from Haskell. Avery Perkins gets the 2 points. That is Reuben Littlehead Jr. Coach's son of the Haskell Warriors, and now Avery Perkins, the progeny of the Crowley's Ridge head coach. 2-pointer up and in by the Warriors' Stephen Moore. 57-31, 2 minutes left to go before intermission. Bo Roberson finds J.M. Gregg. Gregg on the near side, crossing over, break and ankle. Shot is up and short. Rebounded by Reuben Littlehead. Littlehead Jr. goes behind his back to find Levi Wiley. Shot is off the back iron, rebounded by Gregg. Gregg to Bo Roberson. Roberson weaves into the paint. Outside to Avery Perkins for 3. Yes, sir! As the crowd goes nuts for the coach's son. Pioneers shooting extremely well from deep. Now 10 of 13. On the other side, Bacone does get a 2-pointer to fall. And now quickly stolen away by Stephen Moore. Moore goes to the left side to Grant. Grant back to Moore. His 3-pointer is short. Perkins, the coach's sons on each other. And the rebound goes to find Bo Roberson. Behind, back to Bo from Key. Bo drives into the paint. No look pass to Key for 3. Short. Rebound goes to Avery Perkins. Now to Gregg. Gregg spins around, lost control of it. Too much spin on his spin. And it goes out of bounds. Mass substitution for the Pioneers. J.M. Gregg will exit, as does J.D. Smith. Final minute of play before the break. Reminder, we have have homecoming festivities. They'll be right here on the Pioneer Digital Network for you. Shot is no good. Key Roberson takes the rebound. I'll try to get some halftime stats for you before we get to it. And I believe it's a shot clock issue. Makes the clock stop. Shot clock will reset to 25 ticks. Marion McFadden will look to inbound. And he'll get it to Bo Roberson. 60-33. Crowley's Ridge leads it. Final 30 seconds of play in the half. 13 seconds separate shot from game clock. Here is Malik Norfleet, who steals it away from Braxton Cousins, and he'll take it by himself, making it 60-35. Shot clock is turned off now. Final waning seconds of play in the half. Marion McFadden goes, loses control of it. A scrum underneath. Braxton Cousins has it. Still a tie up. Finally, a jump ball is called, and Bacone has possession. So that works for Crowley's Ridge favor. Unless there's another jump ball within the last 7 seconds, Crowley's Ridge will start the second half with the ball now. Here is Norfleet. Norfleet driving in and charges. Malik Norfleet gets his second foul. Malik Norfleet, a very strong player underneath, and Coach Perkins will take a 30-second timeout using his use it or lose it 30-second timeout. That is pretty much the only reason Coach Perkins used that timeout with 1.6 seconds left and a 25-point lead. Crowley's Ridge has 1.6 seconds left. Crowley's Ridge doing well currently. 9 of 12 from long range. I'll have to double check our career record for that. Our team record, rather. With 1.6 seconds left. All right, Crowley's Ridge's three-point record was made against Florida College last year with 18, so still a ways to go. And a last-second desperation shot is no good, and the teams will make their way to the locker room. First 20 minutes of play in the books. Crowley's Ridge leads it by 25. It is 60-35. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy.
Him from traveling and getting out very much right now. He's also a member of our board of trustees at Crowley's Ridge College, and so we're very glad to have him for this award. He has done many things for the church and schools and education. Very deserving of this award. Let me just take a brief moment to read the plaque that will be presented to him a little bit later on. It's Crowley's Ridge College Distinguished Alumnus Award, presented to Dr. Tyrone Allen in recognition of outstanding service to the church, the community, and Christian education and Homecoming 2022. So I hope you'll join me in showing our appreciation for this award for him. And I also would ask you to put him in your prayers. I know Brother Allen will appreciate that. And I appreciate each of you coming here to our homecoming activities. We've got a great ball game, and hope you enjoy our activities here at halftime. Good afternoon, and welcome to the homecoming activities at Crowley's Ridge College. My name is Grayson Taylor. I'm the campus minister here at CRC and your MC for today's coronation ceremony. The 2022 homecoming court was selected by the student body. 8 freshmen, 8 sophomores, and 8 upperclassmen will be represented in their classes. Eliza Pierce and Owen Clark will be presenting the crown and the flowers. Eliza is the daughter of Jeremy and Katie. Jeremy serves as the division chair of the Bible here at CRC, and Katie is the executive academic assistant and concurrent enrollment coordinator here at CRC. Owen is the son of Ethan and Trika. Trika is the registrar and director of assessment and institutional research for CRC. Our special guests today are Bailey Loge and Austin Gross, the 2020 Homecoming Queen and King. Bailey was a member of the CRC Lady Pioneer Volleyball team and graduated from CRC in 2020 with an elementary education degree and a minor in business. Bailey took a job after graduating with Ava School District in Ava, Missouri. There, she teaches 6th grade math and is the high school volleyball coach. She is escorted today by the 2020 King, Austin Gross. Austin is a member of the Pioneers baseball team and is completing his bachelor's degree in general studies. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our special guests, Bailey Loge and Austin Gross. We begin this afternoon with freshman attendants Brooklyn Nelson and Jack Henry Glasgow. Brooklyn is from Faultville, Alabama, and the daughter of Christy and Tony Nelson. Brooklyn plans to earn her degree here at CRC in general studies and later go on to study pre-med or biology. Brooklyn is a member of the Lady Pioneer softball team and has achieved being on the Dean's List this year. Jack Henry Glasgow is the son of Casey and Tracy Glasgow from Paragould, Arkansas. Jack Henry is planning on graduating from CRC and majoring in sports management and is a member of the Pioneer baseball team. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brooklyn Nelson and Jack Henry Glasgow. Our next freshman attendants are Madison Erickson and Cannon Baker. Madison is from Alton, Missouri, and is the daughter of Eric and Janet Erickson. She plans to earn her degree at CRC in general studies and later go on to study biology. Madison is also a member of the Lady Pioneer softball team. Cannon Baker is the son of Billy and Lindy Baker from Walnut Ridge. He's a member of the Pioneer baseball team and a sports management major. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Madison Erickson and Cannon Baker. Our next freshman attendants are Shamira Brown. Shamira is from Forest City, Arkansas, and is the daughter of Karen Duncan and Shun Brown. Shamira is a member of the CRC Lady basketball team. She plans to earn her sports management degree here at CRC. Chance is the son of Brady and Jason Arender from Jonesboro, Arkansas. Chance is a member of the Pioneer baseball team and is working towards a sports management degree. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shamira Brown and Chance Arender. Our final freshman attendants are Claire Bellers and Kyle Russell. Claire is from Pickett, Arkansas, and is the daughter of Shannon and Kim Bellers and Shannon and Travis Woisick. She plans to graduate CRC with a physical education degree. She's also a member of the Lady Pioneer basketball team. Kyle Russell is the son of Heath and Sean Russell from Walnut Ridge. Kyle plans to graduate with CRC with a degree in business administration and is a member of the Pioneer baseball team. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Claire Bellers and Kyle Russell. Our first sophomore attendants are Madison Sellers and Garrett Wilson. Madison is from Salem, Arkansas, and the daughter of Chad and April Sellers. She's a member of the Lady Pioneer basketball team. Madison plans to get her bachelor's in physical education from CRC. Garrett Wilson is a general studies major from Palestine, Arkansas, and the son of Jason and Amber Wilson. He's a member of the Pioneer baseball team. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Madison Sellers and Garrett Wilson. Our next sophomore attendants are Lindsey Browning and Caleb Krimmel. Lindsey plans to graduate from CRC with a degree in elementary education. She is from Viola, Arkansas, and the daughter of Denise and Kevin Browning. She's a member of the Lady Pioneer basketball team, is a member and a leader in the Ridge Connection campus ministry team, and she is currently on the president's list. Caleb Krimmel is from Carlton, Michigan, and the son of Kara Canyon and Adam Krimmel. Caleb plans to graduate with CRC with a degree in biblical studies and emphasis in New Testament Greek. He is also currently on the dean's list. Please welcome Lindsey Browning and Caleb Krimmel. Our third sophomore attendants are Brooklyn Cassimore and Katie Nelms. Brooklyn is from Floral, Arkansas, and the daughter of Crystal Cassimore and David Sharif Cassimore. She's a member of the Lady Pioneer volleyball team and plans to pursue a degree in sports management. Kitty Nelms is the son of Stan and Angela Nelms from Ector, Texas. Kitty is a member of the Pioneer baseball team. He plans to graduate from CRC with a degree in business administration and has been on both the president's and the dean's list. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brooklyn Passamore and Kitty Nelms. Our final sophomore attendants are Michaela M.J. Smith and Matthew Crowley. MJ is from Strawberry, Arkansas, and is the daughter of Josh and Shanna Smith. She is a member of the Lady Pioneer basketball team and the Ridge Connection campus ministry. Michaela plans to graduate from CRC with a bachelor's degree in physical education. In 2021, she won the Heritage Queen, and she's currently on the dean's list. Matthew Crabtree is from Bono, Arkansas, and the son of Jason and Misty Crabtree. Matt is a member of the Pioneer golf team and plans to graduate CRC with a degree in Christian leadership and management. Matt's academic honors while at CRC include the Dean's List, the President's List, the Citizenship Award, and the 2021 Heritage King. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome M.J. Smith and Matthew Crabtree. Our first upperclassmen, Queen and King candidates are Madison Kegel, or as we know her, Peaches. Peach is the daughter of Kim Crabtree of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. She's a member of the Lady Pioneer softball team. She plans to graduate with her bachelor's degree in sports management and was also voted best all around in 2020. Tori Chipman is a sports management major originally from Wilson, Arkansas, but now lives in Terrigal, Arkansas. He is the son of Henrietta and B.J. Chipman and is married to Sammy Chipman. Tori is a member of the Pioneer baseball team. He won the CRC Heritage King in 2019 and is currently on the dean's list. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Madison Peaches Cagle and Zori Chipman. Our next upperclassmen King and Queen candidates are Lacey Lambright Southern and Corey Fire. Lacey is from Harrisburg, Arkansas. She's the daughter of Don and Sherry Lambright and married to Colin Southern. She is on the Lady Pioneer softball team and has been on both the president's and the dean's list. Lacey will graduate from CRC this May with a bachelor's degree in general studies. Corby Sive is a sports management major from Elsinore, Missouri, and the son of Ledina Crowley and Keith Sive. He's a member of the Pioneer baseball team and won best all around in 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lacey Southern and Corby Sive. Our third upperclassmen Queen and King candidates are Hannah Halverson and Trey Gossen. Hannah is a native from Terrigal, Arkansas, and is the daughter of John and Angie Halverson. She's a marketing major, is on the dean's list, and is a member of the Lady Pioneer volleyball team. Trey Gossett is the son of Daniel and Misty Gossett from Piggott, Arkansas. Trey is a member of the Pioneer baseball team and has received awards for academics as an All-Americans and has been on the dean's list every semester at CRC. He is working towards his degree in physical education. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hannah Halverson and Trey Gossett. Our final upperclassmen Queen and King candidates are Olivia Deckelman and Bobby Wright. Olivia is the daughter of Eric and Jessica Deckelman from Harrisburg, Arkansas. She's a member of the Lady Pioneer volleyball team and has won and was on the All-Conference team in 2020. Olivia plans to graduate with a degree in General Studies and Business Administration. Bobby Jean Wright Jr. is from Bell City, Missouri, and the son of Bobby Wright Sr. Bobby is a member of the Pioneer baseball team, is on the dean's list, and in 2020, he won best all around. He plans to graduate CRC with a bachelor's degree in sports management. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Olivia Deckelman and Bobby Wright. At this moment, I'm going to pass over the mic to Miss Sam Pittman, who has been one of the ladies to help coordinate today's event.
All the students have been waiting for. The king and queen was selected by the student body of Crowley College. And so I'm going to announce the king first. I have it right here in my envelope. Your 2022 homecoming king is my husband, Tori Chipman. Queen. 2022 homecoming queen is my best friend, Peaches.
The Foundation and the Ad Council.
And we welcome you back. We thank you for those who tuned in to watch our homecoming celebrations. And congratulations to Zoe Chipman and Madison Peaches Cagle, our homecoming king and queen. I don't think I have to say this, but respectively. Zoe being our homecoming king and Peaches our homecoming queen. Congratulations to all the others. You can see them taking their places on the benches across the way. So let's rotate back into basketball time. Crowley's Ridge, if you remember, lead at 60-35. We thank you for those who tuned in and watched that, especially our friends from Bacone, as we celebrate our homecoming. Crowley's Ridge shot 63.9% from the floor in the first half. 23 of an attempted 36, including 9 of 12 from long range. Bacone, 12 of 41 from the floor, making 29.3%. 7 of 8 from the charity stripe, 4 of 15 from deep. Correction, I was looking at the wrong statistic. Crowley's Ridge still doing well from long range, 5 of 8. Not quite 9 of 12, but still a pretty good mark. So 62% from deep, 75 from the charity stripe. Turnovers, Crowley's Ridge has given the ball away 9 times. That led to 7 Warrior points. 5 turnovers by Bacone led to 6 Crowley's Ridge points. Pioneers astoundingly ahead in the rebounding category. 30 total boards for the Pioneers, 12 for the Warriors. Assists, Crowley's Ridge, 18 helpers to Bacone's 5. 6 steals for the Warriors, 3 for the Pioneers. Individually, Malik Norfleet leads the Warriors with 11 points. Behind him is Levi Wiley with 8. Ruben Littlehead Jr. has 7 points. Richard Berry Jr. with 3. Stephen Moore, Therese Grant, and Dean Alston, each with 2 points. Derek Factor, the lone warrior, scoreless. For the Pioneers, Braxton Cousins leading the way with 17 points and 4 rebounds. B.J. Johnson knocking on the door of another double-double, 2 points short of a double-double, 4 rebounds, 8.6 boards. J.D. Smith with 7 points, Marion McFadden with 6. Avery Perkins, J.M. Gregg, and Key Roberson all have 5 points each. Trent McGowan and Isaiah Ellenberg, in addition to Hunter Wilkerson, each with 2. Bo Roberson held to just 1 point in the first half. Solomon Bone, the lone Pioneer, with minutes, but no points. So that will do it for our halftime stats. We will take an extended break and then get you set for half number 2. We thank you for joining us for our halftime festivities. We're about 3.5 minutes away from second half action. This is Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily. Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily. Listening to Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime.
This is J.D. Smith. You listen to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Welcome back to the Pioneer Digital Network. Crowley's Ridge Basketball currently leading the Warriors of Bacone College 60-35. Crowley's Ridge will start off the second half with the basketball. They will send out J.M. Gregg, Key Roberson, Bo Roberson, J.D. Smith, and Braxton Cousins. The Warriors of Bacone College sending out Therese Grant, Ruben Littlehead Jr., Derek Factor, Dean Alston, and Malik Norfleet. Crowley's Ridge inbounding the ball, and the Pioneers moving now left to right across your screen. J.M. Gregg with the ball goes to find Bo Roberson now to J.M. Gregg underneath with the right hand. That is up and good. Pioneers on the board early to start the second half. Moving right to left, long three-pointer coming from Dean Alston. Too hard. Flying in with the board was Derek Factor. Factor missed the shot, and J.D. Smith gets the board. Here's J.D. Smith crossing midcourt. Top of the key now to the left side to Roberson. Key now to Braxton Cousins. Cousins underneath. His shot rattles in. 4 quick points for the Pioneers. Make it 64-35. Underneath. Shot is up, and that is nowhere close from Dean Alston, and so it'll be Pioneer ball. Bo Roberson's going to inbound. He's got nobody helping him. He finally flings it to Key. Now it goes back to Bo. Bo Roberson on the far wing. Will look to Cousins. Bo Roberson tried to cut back in. Cousins quickly double team. Heaves it out to Key Roberson. Plants thought about the three-pointer. Instead, he goes off to Smith. J.D. Smith with the ball. Bounce pass to Bo Roberson, but not before we have a holding call. Or a push-off, rather, on Dean Alston. And just like that, Dean Alston picks up his third personal foul, joining Taurice Grant with foul trouble. Bo Roberson, bounce pass to Braxton Cousins. Cousins fighting underneath, and Cousins is going to walk with it. Reminder, this is only game one of our doubleheader. I know those of us who usually watch and see the men play know that the Lady Pioneers, have already played their game. They are coming up immediately after this one, allowing Lindsey Browning and Shamira Brown, MJ Smith, and Madison Sellers all to enjoy being on the homecoming court. Malik Norfleet, his pass gets tipped away. Here's J.M. Gregg. Gregg on the near wing, fights his way around Norfleet. Shot is up. Shot is out. Rebound going to Grant. Taurice Grant going coast to coast to the left side to Littlehead Jr., and he is out of bounds. Kind of takes a look back at the floor, having to double check where the baseline actually is. If you've watched, we've told you that the baseline is painted, and then there's about an inch gap between a design edge. And so a lot of folks look at that designed edge and think that that is the end of play, but no, baseline's about 2 inches in front of that. Littlehead handing off to Factor. Factor shot is up and no good. Rebound tipped around, and Bo Roberson will be credited with the board. Here is Smith, and he'll cross midcourt. Stops at the top of the key, and we'll have an illegal screen called on Braxton Cousins. Coach Perkins giving some words of wisdom to Cousins. Yeah, gotta let him by. With the ball now is Dean Alston. Alston on the right wing. Heaves it across the floor to Littlehead Jr. His three-pointer is off the front iron. Cousins gets the board. Here's Bo Roberson streaking down the far sideline. Finding Bo Roberson up under. Missed the shot, got his own board. Second chance will fall. Bo Roberson puts it at 66-35. 17 minutes left in the contest. Pioneers lead at 66-35. Three-pointer from Alston is off the mark, but there to get the board was Taurice Grant. He gets the second chance points, and a quick timeout is called by Coach Littlehead. And that looks like it'll be a 60-second timeout, so we will take it with him. 16:58 left to play. Pioneers ahead 66-37. This is Crowley's Ridge Basketball, the Pioneer Digital Network.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it? there's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid knows it's dangerous.
5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
This is Isaiah Ellenberg. You're listening to Crowley Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Welcome back to the Carter Activity Center. Marion McFadden with the basketball. He'll cross midcourt, double team. Goes out, finds Bo Roberson. Roberson tried an underhand pass, but it's going to be tipped out of play by Dean Alston. Pioneers maintain possession and maintain the lead, 66-37. Inbound's going to be floated to Marion McFadden to Bo Roberson. Pop shot, no. Rebound is last touched by B.J. Johnson, rather. So Therese Grant heaves it down the floor quickly now at the top of the key. Now to the right side to Alston. Alston on the far wing. Goes to his left side. Three-pointer on the way from Derek Factor, rattling out. Coming flying in for the rebound was Alston, but he lost control of it. Bo Roberson takes it. Roberson flings it to his left side off the shin of Marion McFadden. He maintained possession, but the pass to Braxton Cousins is between the wickets. It's out of bounds. Coach Perkins willing his team say, hey, let's tighten those screws. Yes, it's a big lead, but those leads can evaporate. Dean Alston outside the Littlehead. His three-pointer off the money. And here is Bo Roberson finding J.D. Smith on the near wing. Smith goes behind his back, goes to Johnson. Johnson with the right hand, yes. B.J. Johnson pushes the Pioneer lead to 68-35, 15:55 left to go in the game. Factor goes to the left block to Grant. To Alston, who bounce passes to find Norfleet. His floater off the money. And we will have a flop call, flop warning on Norfleet. Nothing to it, just a flop warning on Malik Norfleet. So just, hey, keep your footing last time. We're watching. Media timeout on the floor. 15:41 left to play. Pioneers lead at 68-37. This is Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
What is dedication?
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is Dariana. We call him Day Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's attention, affection, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve! By simply taking digital pictures of his family's important documents, Steve can always have them stored safely online, no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario McFadden, and you're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Back to work here as B.J. Johnson takes the inbound pass. Marion McFadden goes to his right side to B.J. Johnson. Back to McFadden. McFadden goes into the lane. Shot is up, and McFadden will be fouled. A foul called on Richard Berry Jr., getting his first personal foul, sending Marion McFadden. 70% free throw shooter is the sophomore out of Jonesboro, last playing at UA Casatat. He'll make his first. It is now 69-37. One more free throw to come. And that is good. 71-37. Braxton Cousins at the free throw line. Thought about putting up a shot. Instead, he'll go back to McFadden. And they will lose control of it, but it's because there is a foul on Bo Roberson. So Bo Roberson held on to Barry Jr. as he was on his way down the floor. Littlehead Jr. between the circles, looks to his left side, finding Grant. Grant back to Littlehead Jr. to Stephen Moore. Moore to Wiley. Wiley quickly double teamed, heaves it out, stolen away by the Pioneers. That's Bo Roberson with the ball. He finds J.D. Smith, who goes down to B.J. Johnson. Back to Smith to Bo Roberson. Roberson nearly lost control of it, but tipped it away. J.D. Smith for three, off the left iron. Rebounded by Littlehead. Littlehead goes coast to coast, up under, no. Marion McFadden has the board. J.D. Smith goes to Bo Roberson. Head fakes the three, goes to Cousins off the low post. Cousins floats it up and good. Braxton Cousins, 20th and 21st points of the game, make it 73-37. We got ourselves a palindrome on the scoreboard. Far side, Bo Roberson thought about drawing the charge, but outside go the Warriors. Stephen Moore with the ball, goes to Wiley. Wiley's three-pointer is short. J.D. Smith will have to go streaming for the basketball. And an errant pass, gives the ball to the Warriors. Here's Barry underneath, and that is good. (73-39). Apologies for those watching on the screen. I missed one of Bacone's buckets. 73-39. B.J. Johnson underneath, up, good. 75-39 now, 13-11 left to play. Littlehead Jr., 5 seconds to cross the timeline. He now does. Littlehead Jr. receives the play call from his papa. Wiley with the basketball. Back off to Littlehead Jr. Littlehead double teamed, and he will have a jump ball. And the jump ball possession arrow favors Bacone, so it's going to stay right here with the Warriors. Littlehead Jr. with 7 seconds on the clock. Shot clock, that is. I don't know if the Warriors know that. Littlehead Jr. puts up a shot, and we'll have a charge. Shot was missed anyway, so it would have been a shot clock violation, but instead it will be a charge. That is whistled on, I believe that was Littlehead Jr. Indeed it was. B.J. Johnson drawing the charge there as Littlehead Jr. picks up a foul, and he will exit. J.D. Smith to the left side. Bo Roberson floats it back to Smith, to Bo for three. Yes, sir. Bo Roberson gets on the board as the Pioneers now lead at 78-39. Dean Alston to the left side. Now back to Alston, who looks to his right to Grant. Grant to Barry Jr., back to Grant. Grant drives into the paint, goes outside to find Moore. Moore from 10 feet, no. J.D. Smith with a rebound. J.D. Smith will cross midcourt. Euro steps in the lane, and a pass goes to Braxton Cousins, and in the process of shooting, Braxton Cousins is fouled. Foul is on Wiley. As Levi Wiley picks up his third personal foul on the other side of the media break, it will be Braxton Cousins shooting two. This is Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking. Now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Hi, Hey, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance, reminding you that when you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
And we welcome you back inside the Carter Activity Center. 12 minutes, minus 1 second, that is. 11:59 left on the game clock. Pioneers find themselves ahead comfortably, 77-39. To the Bacone College Warriors, Braxton Cousins will attempt a pair of free throws. Cousins currently sitting at 21 points. Reminder, we have the women's game immediately following this contest. Braxton Cousins will ready his first free throw, and it is good. One more to come for the freshman out of Drasco, Arkansas. And he'll knock it down. Pioneers up 80-39. Here is Dean Alston. Heaves it down low to Moore. Outside, back to Alston at the top of the key. Isaiah Ellenberg and Hunter Wilkerson readying to enter. Three-pointer from Dean Alston is good. That was rather deep, but it is also rather good. J.D. Smith goes cutting through the paint and gets the bucket. 81-42. Shot is up and no good. Braxton Cousins has the board. Cousins to Marion McFadden. McFadden finds J.D. Smith for three. No. Rebound going to Stephen Moore. And Moore quickly has it stolen away by Bo Roberson. And J.D. Smith, more points for the freshman out of NLR. Malik Norfleet, leading scorer for the Warriors. 11 points thus far. He finds his way on the far wing, now cuts it to Moore. Stolen by B.J. Johnson. Johnson one-on-one, and he'll be fouled. Johnson had the dunk, but instead he is fouled by Derek Factor. Whistle with his second personal foul. B.J. Johnson will ready to shoot two. Johnson, a 61.5% shooter from free throw land. First is on its way and good. 84-42, 10 minutes, 47 seconds left to go. Solomon Bone enters for Marion McFadden. Hunter Wilkerson replaces Braxton Cousins, and Isaiah Ellenberg still sits at the scorer's table, preparing to replace B.J. Johnson. Free throw is up and good. Ellenberg indeed will check out to replace Johnson. He'll take his assignment with 10:42 left to play. Alex Carter readying to come in now. With the basketball, Derek Factor. Factor to Dean Alston. Alston goes to his left side to Wiley. For three is Alston, short. Bo Roberson takes the board. Hunter Wilkerson outlets to J.D. Smith. Smith, with 11 points, goes outside to Solomon Bone for three. Floater is no good. Rebound coming down to Dean Alston, rather. Alston to Wiley. Wiley hands off to Factor. Factor to Moore. Up top, Wiley goes back to Alston. Alston calls for a screen, going out to Norfleet. Norfleet on the far wing. Posts up, going out to Moore. Moore drives in and just runs into Bo Roberson. I mean, Stephen Moore was a freight train going through there. As it wasn't that Bo Roberson was set underneath. Bo Roberson was not quite ready yet, but just lowering the shoulder. Trucking, you might call it, if you're playing on Madden football. That's allowed in football, not in basketball. And so it is Crowley's Ridge ball. AC Alex Carter entering for the Pioneers, the 5'5" sophomore. Hunter Wilkerson at the top of the key, back to Carter, to Ellenberg. Ellenberg to Ghost, Keyshawn Parks on the right side. Amory, Mississippi native. Up and in from Isaiah Ellenberg, 87-42. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. With the ball, Stephen Moore. Moore to Wiley. Wiley on the near wing. Going back to Moore to the right side, finding Factor. Factor to Norfleet. Norfleet drives into the lane, guarded by Keyshawn Parks, and Parks will commit the violation. Keyshawn Parks, a 6-foot-even junior, former Panther of Amory High School. So Malik Norfleet goes to the line to shoot a pair as his Warriors are down 87-42. First free throw on the way for Norfleet. Good. 9 minutes and change left. One more upcoming. Norfleet's second free throw is true. 87-44. Alex Carter heaves it down to find Hunter Wilkerson. Wilkerson to Ellenberg. Ellenberg floats it down to Parks. Parks for three. Too hard. Ellenberg screens for the rebound. Here's Wilkerson. Wilkerson at the top of the key. Bounce pass to Ellenberg. Ellenberg tries to find an open player. Finally finds Parks. Parks to Ellenberg. Ellenberg, 5 on the shot clock, driving into the lane, and he will lose control of it, and it goes out of bounds. Warrior basketball, 8:44 left to play. Crowley's Ridge leading 87-44. Pioneers will be in the bonus. Next offensive foul by the Warriors will send the Pioneers into the single bonus. Norfleet muscles his way into the lane, and good. Hunter Wilkerson goes to find Parks. Keyshawn Parks to Alex Carter between the circles. Solomon Bone on the far wing to Keyshawn Parks. Parks on the far side, letting the clock melt off as much as it can with the Pioneers comfortably ahead. A Euro step inside, and it will go off of his thigh. Parks trying to plead his case that was actually off the hand of a Warrior, but immediately into the hands of the Warriors. Here is Factor going coast to coast. Misses his shot. Getting the board is Grant. Grant back to Norfleet. Norfleet for NBA range 3. Too short. Hunter Wilkerson gets the rebound. Wilkerson finds Carter. Alex Carter goes into second gear. Out to Ellenberg. To the top of the key. One touch pass to Solomon Bone for 3. Hard rebound. Norfleet. Norfleet outlets to Littlehead. Littlehead puts up a runner that is good. 87-48, 7.5 left to play. Littlehead hangs back and trails, giving the Pioneers a little something to think about as they make their way across the court. Solomon Bone on the near wing. Bone drives to the baseline, and that's going to be stolen away by the red and black. Bounce pass. No look pass. Back to Grant to Littlehead. Littlehead shot misses, and Keyshawn Parks with the board. Parks to Ellenberg. Crossing midcourt. Ellenberg back to Parks now. Parks up and in. Keyshawn Parks puts the Pioneers to 89-48. 7 minutes left to go. Stephen Moore to Norfleet. Hands it off right back to Moore. Moore off the left block. Bounce pass down to Littlehead. Littlehead's three-pointer is short. Hunter Wilkerson takes the rebound. Wilkerson, and that will be kicked by Norfleet. Pioneers will take possession on the other side of the media break. 6 minutes, 41 seconds left to play. Crowley's Ridge leads at 89-48. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. Now you're queen of your castle. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you will feel empowered to own your retirement like you own your home. Go to aceyourretirement.org. Because when it comes to clearing financial hurdles, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
T-Sean Party, listen to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Welcome back to basketball action on the Pioneer Digital Network. Crowley's Ridge leads at 89-48, 6 minutes and 41 seconds. In this final home game, Pioneers still 3 games left on the schedule. Bo Roberson drives inside. Roberson goes back to J.M. Gregg, starting 5, back on the floor for the Pioneers. Bo Roberson, Key Roberson, Braxton Cousins, J.D. Smith, and J.M. Gregg. Gregg pulls up for a shot, no good. J.D. Smith takes the board. Smith goes to Key Roberson, out to J.M. Gregg. Gregg for 3. Yes, sir. J.M. Gregg drains the three-pointer, and it is now 92-48. That will go out of bounds. 5:55 to go. J.D. Smith at the top of the key to the left side to Key Roberson. Outlets to Bo to J.M. Gregg. 92-48. Pioneers lead, 5:41 to go. Key Roberson misses his three-pointer, and the rebound comes to Therese Grant. Grant's going to cross midcourt. He'll back off. Now looks to his left side to Moore. Moore. Bounce passes to Norfleet. Norfleet finds an open Factor. Shot is up, shot is out. J.D. Smith with the basketball for the green and gray. Floats it up, misses his shot, rebounded by Factor. Factor goes to find Grant. Grant's layup is no good, but it's no good because he is fouled by J.M. Gregg. Gregg whistle with his first personal foul, and that will send Therese Grant, 5'11" freshman, 58.3% free throw shooter. First on its way, and it rattles home. 92-49. Grant, one more shot upcoming. And it is good. 92-50, Pioneers lead it. And off to J.D. Smith. Smith on the near wing, looks to his left side to Key Roberson. Roberson to the right side to Gregg. Now to J.D. Smith. Smith underneath, wide open, lays it up and in, easy. 2 points for J.D. Smith. 94-50, Pioneers lead. .43 left to play. Going to be tipped out of play by J.M. Gregg. Now it's going to go to Therese Grant. Therese Grant underneath to Bo Roberson. Roberson out to J.D. Smith. Smith to J.M. Gregg. Pulling up for 3. Too hard. Rebounded by Braxton Cousins. And Cousins will be fouled on the floor. Four minutes, 23 seconds left to go. Braxton Cousins is going to take a pair of free throws, and we will send it down and let our public address announcer, Grayson Taylor, take you the rest of the way. 4 minutes, 23 seconds left. This is the Pioneer Digital Network.
DJ Johnson.
As the final seconds tick away, the buzzer sounds, and Crowley's Ridge takes an astounding 106-67 victory over the visiting Warriors of Bacone College. As we look at the final statistics, Crowley's Ridge improves to 4-20 on the year, 2-6 in Continental Athletic Conference play. Bacone College 2-25, 1-8.
In the Continental Athletic Conference men's basketball tournament.
And based on our victory tonight, the men have made their way to the Continental Athletic Conference tournament. But the Pioneers 4-21, 2-6 in conference play. The Bacone Warriors 2-25, 1-8. As we look at team statistics, 30.8% are the Warriors, 24 of 78, 30%. Pioneers 41 of 72, 56.9%. From deep, Pioneers 8 of 21, Warriors 6 of 29. 20 turnovers for the Pioneers, leading to 18 Bacone points. 14 turnovers for the Warriors to 12 Crowley's Ridge points. Pioneers out-rebounded the Warriors 57-26, including 16 offensive boards, 30 assists for Crowley's Ridge, 11 for the Warriors. As we look at individual scoring, Therese Grant into the night with 16 points to lead his Warriors. Malik Norfleet into the day with 15 points. Ruben Littlehead Jr., 13 points. Levi Wiley and Dean Alston shared 8 points each. Richard Berry Jr. with 5. Stephen Moore with 2. Crowley's Ridge was led by Braxton Cousins, 25-point effort. 20 points out of B.J. Johnson, 1 rebound shy of a double-double. J.M. Gregg had 16 points on senior day. J.D. Smith had 13. Marion McFadden, 7. Bo Roberson, Avery Perkins, Key Roberson, all with 5 points each. Isaiah Ellenberg, 4 points. Keyshawn Park, Trent McGowan, Hunter Wilkerson, all with 2. Solomon Bone, Alex Carter, and Derek Factor for the Warriors, all without points. So that'll be the final home game for the Pioneers. They will now travel to Baptist Bible on the 15th. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off, and then Welsh on the 17th, another 7 tip. We'll let you know about the postseason games that should be upcoming. 20 minutes away from tip-off between the Lady Pioneers and the Lady Warriors. If you're watching on our stream, the video stream will end. And then with about 10 minutes left before the women will start, we'll start a new stream. Should be right there on the Crowley's Ridge YouTube website. If you're listening, the stream will keep going, but we'll come right back in time for the game. Again, telling of the final score, Crowley's Ridge College defeats Bacone College 106-67. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. We're getting set for game number 2 of our doubleheader. Stay tuned. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. We're getting set for game number 2 of our doubleheader. Stay tuned. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. We're getting set for game number 2 of our doubleheader. Stay tuned.